So we have a new update. So this one actually makes it so you don't need the beta, and now you can just remove the beta from your Steam and you actually can play the game normally. And they did do some changes, because I've been checking around and they've made a few. So we can go through all of them. Well, not all of them, this is extremely long and you would probably be gone in 2 minutes. So let's just go through a few. So for example, subspecies. One would assume that it's the same ones as before, but no, apparently there's more. So you will see here that, look over here, so there's seals. So if you can see below the piranha people, there's something here, and then when we go here, wait. Where's the sea? Where's the piranhas? Yeah, look. There's a seal below the piranha, so it must be them, right? I would assume. Either that or the ostrich. It looks a little bit chubby, so I would say probably the seals. So we do have something new. This is very good. I will probably make a video on that, because I really like seals. They're water dogs. Dogs are amazing, so I'll definitely do that. So all of these, I think, are pretty much self-explanatory. So UI, families, genes, bunch of new stuff. I don't know what this means, hidden. Could this be related to this? I am not sure, to be honest. Okay, there's the Betalithe patch logs, which I assume it's based on the reports that people did during the beta. I didn't do any report. I would just do videos. But I'm too lazy to actually write anything saying, oh, this happened. But anyone who did, that's what betas exist. That's why betas exist. So keep doing that, because that's very good. So all of this, what? Planes. Are we bringing Worldbox to Worldbox? Are you making this a reality? Please do. I will check that later, because otherwise this will take too long. But interesting. Like, no explanation at all, just planes. Okay, I will check that. Dung Lords, so do we have... Oh wait, is that the species? Because then it would make sense, because they look a little bit voluptuous, and I guess if it's a dung beetle turned into a dung lord, it would make sense, because it, makes sense. More words for alliance, so all of this is just not as interesting as dung lords, for sure. Hypercube, okay, I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting. But yeah, most of these are just UI and some changes, so some additions that I don't understand really. Quality of life changes, I suppose. This one, I am not too fond of the change, to be fair, because it says adjusting trait inheritance formula so babies want to receive almost all parents' traits. And if I'm honest, I don't know if you remember the mod that included this already, like where we could have that all the kingdom or would have always the same trait passed into the next generation. And that's great for me, especially because then I can make videos of this where I could have, for example, tiny trait versus giant trait kingdoms. And if this isn't an option, I cannot do that unless mods help me out. So if you could actually make this a world law where we can just tick it or turn it off if we want to have this as a world law, it would be amazing, to be honest. Like making it so that either it's random or only some traits pass, or all the traits pass. I think that would be good. Only ambitious and inspired units would want to split culture, language and religion. This is very interesting to me because, first of all, I didn't know that even mattered. And then that creates another question, which is, does that mean that in order to have rebellions, do you need to have a special trait of the leader or someone that would then generate a rebellion? Because that would be cool. New wars can only happen if kingdoms have at least 50 renown. Isn't that gonna take too long though? Because then if you create a new kingdom, it will take a long time to reach 50 renown, right? Garlic people and undead are sworn enemies. That's an interesting dynamic. For example, elves and animals are sworn allies, I suppose. They will always help each other. But is there any other dynamic between species or mobs, or even species between each other that happened? For example, do elves and orcs hate each other, or orcs and dwarves? I don't know. I think that would make sense. And maybe have humans as warmongers who only want to conquer the world and kill off everyone. That will make sense as well. Especially killing off each other. Humans hate humans, as you probably realize. I think that will be interesting to see. Green Reaper. The Green Reaper. He collects smiles and the souls. The last things they see is teeth. This artwork looks amazing, by the way. I will test this in a video, probably. I don't know what that is. Adjusted adult age calculation based on species? Is that because turtles probably live forever and I guess they are like Yoda, where, for example, Baby Yoda is 80 years old, or 50. I think 50 or 80 in Mandalorian, and he's still a baby. So maybe that could be interesting, like having 100-year-old turtles and they are just babies. Imagine. And they're just babies. Okay, some fixes. Units can fall in love with related units. What the fuck? Okay, so this was fixed. So this wasn't added. This was fixed. Okay, so Alabama is probably very sad right now. So UI crashes, bugs. Some baby kings are missing heads. Okay, more crashes, more fixes. Aliens have no diet set. They like human meat, obviously. Reproduction fixes. Angle tower non-spawning units. That was actually happening to me. I think so. More crashes. And then free mobile version. Autosaves are now free. More save slots are now free. And time control now unlocks for 12 hours. Does this mean that the mobile version is released? Because I've been getting so many comments about that. I have no answer if that's the truth, because I've never played the mobile version. Let me know in the comments if it's now live, because that will be interesting to know. What else? Okay, so this is the final message. There's still a lot to wrap up. Translations, various loose ends, and all those finishing touches. That's what we'll be tackling in the next patches. New mechanics and UI will keep getting refined and upgraded in future updates. The Monolith update is all about laying the foundation. We spent a lot of time on the groundwork, building out code and UI systems to streamline development going forward, for both current Monolith features and everything still to come. We're roughly at the halfway point with core systems, and we really can't wait to start developing the next ones. A huge thanks to all the beta testers, you're welcome, and everyone who sent in reports. I didn't. So your feedback helped us make this release more stable across all platforms. Enjoy Worldbox and the Monolith. Oh, this is beautiful. So yeah, I just wanted to go through all of this with you and see what changed. I am very curious about the Green Reaper, because I've never seen it before. I don't remember if that was in the beta version, to be honest. I will test it out. I want to see the seals or dung lords. I don't know if those are the seals or the dung lords. I'm curious to see what it is. I also saw around there unicorn buildings. I didn't know that was the case. I didn't even know there was a possibility to have unicorn civilizations. I will definitely try. I don't even have the unicorns unlocked, so I will have them eventually. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know in the comments what was... if I skipped through something that was interesting, that commented, and I will read it for sure. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.